we are going to be talking about how to raise your vibration anytime, okay? Anytime. Raise it into this good, positive vibration, okay? So you're going to want to stay until the end of the video so that way you can really grasp these concepts and use them in your day, all right? So let's go ahead and get into it, all right? Hello, everyone. Yes, so how to raise your vibration. Okay, so whenever we're not feeling too good, and sometimes not feeling too good doesn't mean that something necessarily bad is happening, but sometimes we can feel rather unmotivated when we know we have to get some stuff done, okay? So the first way that I would recommend for us to look at our circumstance so that we can get a positive perspective of it. Just get a positive perspective of it, and we can grasp that perspective, and then we run with the vibe. You see what I'm saying? That's how we do it. Grasp the perspective, run with the vibe. So the first way is to really evaluate your inner resources, your inner dialogue, okay? Your inner, like, how is your body doing? Did you have enough water today? Did you have, do you need to have a certain vitamin? Maybe you're not eating certain fruits or vegetables, and maybe you just need some time out in the sun or something. So first, evaluate those priority needs for the body, and when you do that, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Sometimes you just have like a glass of water and you feel rejuvenated, you feel refreshed, and now you can go forward, right? That perspective is just a mental perspective that shifts when we have all of our basic needs met, okay? Now, the second way would be that you're looking at more of your surroundings, your environment, okay? This means that you've already checked yourself out. You're like, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I know I could feel better. And I have a feeling that the environment around me may not be as appealing to my positive side as I would like, right? So in that case, what perspective would make you like the situation a little bit more? It doesn't mean that you're going to be like way outrageously happy, but what little thing could you do to slightly tune it? You know, if we're thinking of frequency as this, radio, we're trying to gain, this, okay, how do I get to that higher frequency and a higher vibration in a positive, uplifting way? How do I do that? So think about what would make you already feel a little bit better where you're at, okay? Maybe it's a cleaner desk. Maybe it's having a certain plant in front of you, a succulent. Or maybe it's not. Maybe you want to get moving. Maybe you need to move around. And sometimes that has to do with the internal and external, which is the dancing or getting to move, running, going for a walk. Those types of activities will allow us to really embrace the inner needs as well as this external factor of satisfaction. When we go for a walk, we will experience nature in the walk if we're not walking on a treadmill, right? If we go for a run, same thing, but it's a whole different experience, right? You're running, you're feeling the wind going through your hair or whatever it is, right? And that brings a different type of joy. It raises the vibration in a whole nother way. So make sure what you're doing is you're really setting yourself up for success. Now, with this internal and external, the external, sometimes we have other people around us that may have this negative, it's like this negative vibe, right? And that's okay. Just understand that you don't have to absorb that. You can observe it, but don't absorb it. And when you observe it, you see it, okay, acknowledge it's there in your mind. You don't have to say anything. And you just, okay, that's there. I'm doing this and I want to feel like this. So I'm going to be responsible for my feelings. I'm going to be responsible for what's in front of me. And I'm going to set myself up for success. That's your choice. And in that choice, there's so much of this personal freedom that you gain, and there's so much of this higher vibration that you're able to really embrace, and unapologetically too, because you're genuinely wanting to feel that energy, right? Now, when it comes to the third way, synchronizing, okay? When we're in synchronicity, let me tell you the power of synchronicity. You gain the momentum to maintain that positive vibration. This is like I was telling you about with the running or the jogging or walking or dancing. Those types of activities are they're very much like this dual synchronizing way of making you feel good, okay? And when we exercise, we feel good. And same thing with when we do yoga, and we're doing yoga with intention. Then we're placing so much more value into each move. We're placing so much of this like respect within ourselves, right? And respect for what we're trying to open up, what we're trying to make more available to ourselves, you know? So in that process, you don't feel so closed up and clenched and feeling like, you know, the negative energy. When we're open, relaxed, we're positive. We don't have to be open with everyone. We just need to be open and vulnerable within ourselves. And in that, there's so much of this space for us to grow. We're not going to ever have space to grow, space to feel the positive energy unless we make that space. We prepare for success. So those are the 3 ways that I would really recommend. Is just internal, make sure you've got what you need to, you know, that requires the functionality. And then the external, allow yourself to really embrace what makes the moment a little bit better. Just a little bit better. Just a little bit. It could be that you like to have certain colored pens. And that is totally okay. It's more than okay. It's beautiful because you acknowledge, you go, wait a second, this could really be different for me mentally, right? It's this external and internal that we do. And when we utilize it within synchronicity, synchronize even with people around us, then we build the momentum to keep it that way. We build the momentum of positivity. And sometimes it's not that someone is around you is being negative because they want to be negative. Most of the time they're negative because things just aren't going the way that they want them to go. And that could be in all kinds of different, you know, like that could be for different reasons. That could be positive reasons, negative reasons, but that's that person. But what you know is that you want to make sure that you maintain these boundaries of respect. And in that respect, you're able to give the person the respect by saying, hey, I know you don't feel too good. I got a new pen. Here, I got you a new pen. You give that respect. Sometimes you don't have to do that. You don't have to do stuff like that for other people. But when you do different things like this, sometimes people will change their perspective. But that's just an example. But sometimes in those little moments, it'll take that person out of that, and it may make a really big difference the rest of the day that you're working in the same office with that person, right? So that's why I bring that up. But you first need to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success. Set yourself up for success. And any time, wherever you're at the grocery store, you're at home, you're at work, whatever it is, look around. What will make the moment a little bit better? A little bit better. A little bit. I'm telling you, man, it could be like, I'm going to tie my shoe a little bit different on my right than on my left. Or I'm going to go down this aisle because I want to check out what they have with the new whatever, right? It's like that. It's like giving yourself that little space to raise the vibration with whatever circumstances are given in that moment. You see what I'm saying? Every moment has we all have the opportunity to grow or to slow down. And if you want to grow, then you gotta prep that mind, get that mind, exercise it that every single day. You're always looking for another way to make yourself stay in that positive vibration with the higher momentum, this faster momentum. And when you make that a priority for yourself, it'll come like second nature to you whenever you're in any circumstance and wherever you are at. Like wherever you're at and whenever. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with everybody because I thought that it was really positive and everything, because right now it's really easy for us to absorb what is not going our way. But it's not about making things go our way. It's more about discovering all the opportunities that are in front of us, and all the opportunities in front of us. Because if we're not really observing and understanding all of the opportunities we have, then we're not really being grateful for what we have. Instead, when we focus on what we don't have, it's not just like that lack mentality. That is an ungrateful mentality, because there's always something to appreciate. You see? That's why. So let's go ahead and move into this week with all this positivity. And I just ask of you to embrace it. Embrace every moment this week with so much love and appreciation for what each moment offers you. Yes. Oh my goodness. So thank you guys for joining me here today. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Click the bell for notifications so you'll get notified whenever I got another video up. And leave a like if you got anything out of this video. And comment below. Let me know how you like to get into this higher vibration. What do you do? Do you use internal more than external, or do you synchronize them? Do you synchronize with people around you, and how do you do it? Because sometimes someone else might need to use that tip, and they may not know that there's an opportunity for them right in front of them, but they're having a hard time right now. So share some way that you like to do that to stay in this higher vibration, so that way we could really help each other in the community. So thank you guys, and have a fantastic day. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.